CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
Ever since ragas became definite entities, we see that musicologists have tried to classify them in various ways and also give them distinct names. A raga which is complete in scale we know is called a Sampurna Ragam, and this is also called a Raganga raga. That is, in this category we could say that the 72 Melagarthas which have got the complete kind of scale fall under the category of Raganga ragas or the Sampurna ragas. And Upanga ragas mean the ragas which are derived from these kind of Raganga ragas. Now, let us look at some examples to see the different kind of classifications that are possible in this Upanga ragas. First of all, we must understand that even if the Arohana or Avarohana, one side is Sampurna and the other side some notes are missing, then that becomes a Upanga raga. For example, if you take the ragam like Bilahari, where the Avarohana has got all the notes, but yet you see that in the Arohana there are only 5 notes like Sa Ri Ga Pa Da Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. So here, though the Avarona has got all the 7 notes, we see that because of some notes missing in the Arona, this is called a Upanga raga. Now coming to the classifications, first type, what are the possibilities? One is of course the Sampurna and Shadava, that is 7 notes in the ascent and 6 notes in the descent. An example of this could be said to be Rudrapriya, Janya of the 22nd Melakarta Kararapriya. So where it goes like Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. The next possible combination is Shadava Sampurna, exactly the opposite, where there are 6 notes in the ascent, but while coming back we see that there are 7 notes. Example of this could be Bhushavali, Janya of the 64th Melagartha Vachaspati, like Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. The next possible combination with the Sampurna, we finished with the Shadava, that is 6 combination, 6 note combination. So next is Sampurna Audava. So for that we can take the example of Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Ma Ga Sa. Yes, you guessed it right, that was Saramati, Janya of the Raga Nata Bhairavi. The next combination is Audava Sampurna. Common example we can give for this are Sa Ri Ga Pa Da Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Bilahari, or Sa Ri Ma Pa Da Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa, or Dhanyashi Sa Ga Ma Pa Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. The next possible combination is 6-6, that is Shadava Shadava. A very common raga all of us know is Sri Ranjani. Sa Ri Ga Ma Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Ma Ga Ri Sa. The next possible combination with this Shadava is Audava, that is 6 and 5. Sa Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Pa Ma Ga Sa. Yes, that was Bahudari, where you saw that there are 6 notes in the ascent Arohana and 5 notes in the Avarohana. The next possible combination what we can think of is Audava Shadava. For example, if you take example like Malahari, Sa Ri Ma Pa Da Sa Sa Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa, or another ragam Jagan Mohini, Sa Ga Ma Pa Ni Sa Sa Ni Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. The popular song you all must be knowing, Shobillu Sapta Swara. So the next combination is Audava, that is 5 notes in the ascent and 5 notes in the descent. There are many ragas in this category like Mohanam, Hamsadvani, Abogi, Hindolam, Suddha Saveri, Shuddha Danyasi, and so on. Then now there is also a special category, for example, where you may have 6 notes in the ascent and 6 notes in the descent, that is Shadava Shadava. But then the notes taken in the Arohana will be quite different from the ones taken in the Avarohana. The total may be 6, but for example, if you take the Ragam Kannada Gaula, Sariga ma pa ni sa sa ni da pa ba ga sa. So you saw that there are only 6 notes, but the notes which are taken in the Arohana were quite different from that of the Avarohana. So this is also one kind of Upanga Raga. Now coming to the Vakra kind of Upanga Raga, sa ma pa ni da sa sa ni da pa ba sa. Yes, that was Kuntala Varali. Like this we see that through permutation combination, many kind of ragas can be generated with the Sampurna, Shadava and Audava combining together. Now let's look at what are the numbers which are possible in this. For example, if you take Sampurna Shadava, there are 6 possible combinations. Shadava Sampurna again 6. Sampurna Audava gives 15. Similarly, reverse Audava Sampurna gives 15. Shadava Shadava gives rise to 36 varieties. Shadava Audava 90. Audava Shadava again 90. And the Audava Audava variety generates 225. So thus we see that there are 483 permutation combination of scales that is possible in the Upanga Raga from one single Melagartha. So now taking the 72 Melagarthas into consideration, if you multiply by 72, we see that we have a mind-boggling 34,776 Upanga Ragas that are possible to be generated from these 72 Melagarthas. Of course, in practical parlance, we see that so many ragas are not in vogue because of the fact that just a raga moving up and down does not, the scale moving up and down does not form a raga. It should have the aesthetics in it. Also, of course, we understand that only if there is a proper composition in that particular scale, that scale becomes a raga and survives. So that way, it's very, very important that the role of the composers who bring alive all these scales through the medium of the compositions and give the raga a beautiful form, I would say. And thus we see that the Upanga Ragas, there are umpteen number of possibilities and all of them have got great aesthetic beauty. And many composers have really explored these possibilities and created new ragas and also new compositions in them so that these ragas survive for posterity.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.